Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
A mother spider protecting her young ones trapped for 99 million years in amber, and Martian habitat created from literal astronauts' blood and tears. These are some of the stories that we talk about on this episode of Scientifics. I am Mohana Basu, and every week on the Prince Scientifics, I take you through some of the top science stories of the week from across the globe. This week, researchers from the Capital Normal University in China found an amber sample that preserved a mother spider protecting her young, dating back to 99 million years. Many modern spider species have been found to take measures to ensure the survival of their offspring. Females have been seen crouching to cover hatchlings and tie eggs closely together using their silk. In the new study, the researchers have found evidence of a mother spider from what is known as the mid-Cretaceous period exhibiting the same behavior. The researchers found 4 chunks of amber that had been extracted from a mine in Myanmar that contained entombed spiders. In one of the chunks, they found an adult female with a bit of her egg sac still intact underneath her body. The researchers also noted that the female was in a stance very similar to that of a modern female spider who are engaged in protecting their eggs from predators. A closer look showed that the female also had used her own silk to tie the eggs together. The 3 other chunks of amber contained baby spiders and spider thread. One also had what appeared to be an insect leg and a wasp. The researchers suggest that it is likely that each chunk of amber holds related spiderlings, all of which have been identified as members of the same species. Also this week, NASA has confirmed evidence that a region of northern Mars called Arabia Terra experienced thousands of super eruptions, the biggest volcanic eruptions known over a 500 million year period. These eruptions were so powerful that they released oceans of dust and toxic gases into the air, blocking out sunlight and changing the planet's climate for decades. By studying the topography and mineral composition of a portion of the Arabia Terra region in northern Mars, scientists found evidence for thousands of such eruptions. Spewing water vapor, carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide into the air, these explosions tore through the Martian surface over 500 million year period about 4 billion years ago. Each one of these eruptions would have had a significant climate impact and maybe released the gas that made the atmosphere thicker or blocked the sun and made the atmosphere colder. The researchers hope that Arabia Terra will teach scientists something new about the geological processes that help shape planets and moons. Meanwhile, a team of scientists from the University of Manchester have developed a way to create a concrete-like material made of extraterrestrial dust along with blood, sweat and tears of astronauts. Their advance may help solve a crucial problem in setting up Martian colonies in the future. Transporting a single brick to Mars can cost more than $2 million, making the future construction of a Martian colony extremely expensive. In a new study, the team describes that a protein from human blood, that is human serum albumin, combined with urea, a compound from urine, sweat or tears, could glue together simulated Moon or Mars soil to produce a material stronger than ordinary concrete, which would be perfectly suited for construction work in the extraterrestrial environments. The resulting novel material has been named Astrocrete. The scientists calculate that over 500 kg of high-strength Astrocrete could be produced over the course of a 2-year mission on the surface of Mars by a crew of 6 astronauts. If used as a mortar for sandbags or heat-fused regolith bricks, each crew member could produce enough Astrocrete to expand the habitat to support an additional crew member, doubling the housing available with each successive mission. An international collaboration of researchers has identified what may be the oldest work of art, a sequence of hand and footprints discovered on the Tibetan plateau. The prints date back between 169,000 and 226,000 years ago, 3 to 4 times older than the famed cave paintings in Indonesia, France and Spain. The team examined the rock panel that was found in 2018 in the Tibetan Plateau. The series of 5 handprints and 5 symmetrical footprints was stamped in travertine, a freshwater limestone that was deposited by a nearby hot spring, then hardened over time. The researchers said that this would have been a slippery sloped surface, which means that it is unlikely that people would try to cross it. The prints do not look like anybody accidentally fell on the stone. So why create this arrangement of prints? The fact that the panel includes handprints hints that this was actually art. The oldest such art, that is stencils of hands, found at the Indonesian island of Sulawesi and El Castillo cave in Spain, dates back between 40,000 and 45,000 years. In light of the Tibet discovery, the cave paintings in France, approximately 30,000 years old, are practically contemporary. Researchers used uranium series dating to determine when the art panel originated. They hypothesized that the child who made the footprints was around 7 years old and the child who made the handprints was about 12. Also this week, researchers from the Copernicus Atmosphere Monitoring Service who monitored the ozone hole report that the ozone hole is rather larger than usual this year and is currently bigger than Antarctica. According to the agency, this year's hole is growing quickly and is larger than 75% of ozone holes at this stage in the season since 1979. A layer of high concentration ozone exists about 15 to 30 km above the Earth's surface in the stratosphere. It protects the planet from harmful ultraviolet radiation. However, every year a hole forms during the late winter of the southern hemisphere. This depletion takes place due to the presence of human-made chemicals as well as the reaction with the sunlight. The 2021 ozone hole is now among the 25% largest in our records since 1979 and it is continuing to grow. A large or small ozone hole in 1 year does not necessarily mean that the overall recovery process is not going ahead as expected, but it can signal that special attention needs to be paid and research can be directed to study the reasons behind a specific ozone hole event. During recent years, with normal weather conditions, the ozone hole has typically grown to a maximum of 20 million square kilometers. The 2020 Arctic ozone hole was also very large and deep and peaked at roughly 3 times the size of the US. The Antarctic ozone hole usually reaches its peak between mid-September and mid-October. I am Mohana Basu, special correspondent at The Print. If you like our work, do consider paying for a subscription to The Print. You can do so through the link in the description box below.